Okay. Good afternoon, Alpha. Please take your seat.
Thank you.
You are Alpha.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Alpha, please introduce yourself.
Ma'am, my name is Alpha JENA. I belong to Kendrapada district. I have passed my schooling from Derabis High School. After that, I have completed my plus 2 science from Kendrapada Autonomous College. Thereafter, I have completed my B.Tech in Electronics and Telecommunication from Indira Gandhi Institute of Technology, Sarang. After that, I served in Tata Consultancy Services for 4 years and 2 months, which after I have quitted my job and preparing for the civil services. I am an enthusiastic and determined person. My hobbies include teaching school students and singing songs.
Okay, Alpha. You joined in TCS, so there was also very bright perspective for you. Then what attracted again you to jump from that job, opting for OCS?
Ma'am, actually, while working in the TCS for 2.5 years, I got an opportunity to work with some of the senior members of the job, from which I was able to project my future, that after 10 years, 20 years down the line, in what way I will be serving myself as well as the society. Somewhere from the inner perspective, I felt if I will come to the civil services sector, my individual potential can be better utilized for the development of my personal ambitions as well as for the societal goal. Then ma'am, I have realized to quit and prepare full swing for this civil services.
Alpha, joining in TCS, don't you think that you could also contribute to the society?
Yes, definitely ma'am, I could have contributed to the society being in the TCS as well, but my accountability will increase if I will come to the civil services, what I feel, and I will be having a diversified job opportunity to serve the countrymen and the state people as well as my locality, which will be much more in a better manner.
Alpha, please tell something about the importance of your Kendrapada district.
Ma'am, Kendrapada district is one of the eastern coastal district of Odisha. It is important for many aspects. Historically speaking, it is the first district of our state in which the municipality was established. Apart from that, ma'am, it is the first district where the post office also established for the first time in Odisha, and the lighthouse which is in the Jambu, that is also first. So many aspects my district stood first. In the cultural aspects, ma'am, it is famous for the Lord Baladevajiu temple, and apart from that, Bhitarkanika National Park, which is prominent tourism spot and national park of our country.
Alpha, why Kendrapada is also called as Tulasi Khetra?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, mythologically speaking, when Lord Baladevajiu in the Dwapara Yuga, he came across the devil known as Kandrasura. He killed the Kandrasura, and the daughter of Kandrasura is known as Tulasi. So Lord Baladevajiu married Tulasi after killing Kandrasura. According to the name of Tulasi, my place name district Kendrapada is known as Tulasi Khetra. Also Kendrapada also ma'am from the name of Kandrasura. So
okay. Alpha, you are one IT students also.
Electronics and
Telecommunication. But here is your subject philosophy and geography. Why philosophy?
Ma'am, actually philosophy, what I felt, is very much logical and rational subject. If a person thinks why of anything, then it drags the person into the philosophical aspect in general life also. When I started selecting this subject, I felt very much familiar with some of the prominent philosophers such as Buddha and the JENA philosophy. That is I was little bit aware of those thinkers, which inclined my thoughts towards opting this optional, ma'am.
Okay, Alpha, please tell what is Advaitavada and Dvaitavada?
Yes, ma'am. It is related to the Vedantic school of Indian philosophy, Advaita philosophy is propounded by Adi Shankaracharya and Visishta Advaita by Ramanuj, and Dvaita philosophy is propounded by Madhavacharya. According to the Advaita Vad of Shankaracharya, it speaks that Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. It discards the external world and it...
Please tell what is the main core difference between Advaita Bhavad and Dvaita Bhavad?
Yes,
One core difference.
Yes, ma'am. According to Advaita Bhavad, everything is of a universal interpretation of a universal thing that is called Brahman. Every Jagat, Jiva, everything is the manifestation of that Brahman in different form. By the effect of Maya, we misunderstand the Brahman and we think ourselves as an individual entity. That is the aspect of Advaita. So everything comes as universality. Universality is the core aspect of Advaita. But when it comes into Dvaita, it separates the different entities, that is Jiva and Brahma. They are regarded as the two different and two unique entities. It is a derivation from the Brahma, but it can have its own existence. That is the core.
So, in your opinion, Alpha, our society nowadays, particularly Indian society, is more adhering the principle of Dvaita Bhavad or Advaita Bhavad?
Ma'am, so far the concept of Maya is concerned, what I believe, if people will not able to realize the bigger picture of life, they think themselves as an individual of complete entity. So unless until that realization of Brahma is realized with the removal of ignorance, then a common man maybe feel something difficult to realize what is difference between a Brahma and what is difference between Jiva. So talking as a whole.
Okay, Alpha, do you believe in the existence of God?
Yes, ma'am, I believe in the existence of God.
Okay, thank you.
Your district Kendrapada,
Yes, sir.
apart from all your cultural importance, what other factors are there important in terms of skilling India?
Sir, actually, geographically speaking, Kendrapada is not been provided with many minerals, but I believe there are many potentials which can be focused for the development of future Odisha or Make in Odisha enclave. Recently, in the One District One Product initiative taken by central government, Kendrapada district has been provided with the dairy related products. So I believe, sir, food processing industry can be one of the potential sector in which state can generate some GDP and contribute to the economy. Apart from that, sir, being a coastal district, there are enough opportunity for the marine resources, sir. So the marine products such as fishery sector also can be developed. In tourism also we can connect some of the places near to Kendrapada also, sir. Lalitgiri is there, Udaygiri is there. So that place and Bhitarkanika, if everything will be connected systematically, then also it can generate so much potential. Recently, sir, Arsenal Mittal, Nippon has came with a MOU with government of Odisha to establish a steel industry in the Mahakalpada district. So, sir, it is believed that it will generate 16,000 plus employment directly, and there will be investment of 1.02 lakh crore. So, sir, I believe there is much potential and in the Kendrapada district, sir.
Okay, good. Apart from that, Kendrapada district is famous for providing plumbers across the country.
Yes, sir.
Have you
Yes,
heard
sir, I am
about
aware
that?
of it, sir.
Even if people from Kendrapada are in Dubai and doing the plumbing work,
Yes,
like
sir.
Kerala people doing the nursing, na?
Yes, sir.
Kendrapada people are doing plumbing work.
Yes, sir.
So do you think we should have any skill center for plumbing in Kendrapada?
Definitely, sir. Recently, sir, in the COVID-19 period, we have seen lot of migration, and Kendrapada district was very much highlighted because number of migrants going for their livelihood to other states. If the state government can take some initiative, for example, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Skill Development Program, if a database will be created about those specific workers having their specific skill sets, then, sir, when the requirement comes, they can be directly communicated with their database. If the job is here, they can be here. If job is not there, they can migrate. But first of all, sir, it is their duty to get some job here in the state and in the district that will ensure their life in the future pandemic kind of issues, as well as it will ensure that they can serve the country better if they will be in their own state.
Okay. Thank you.
So you have any idea about REITs?
I am sorry, sir.
REITs.
Yes, sir. I am aware of REITs.
What is that REIT?
Actually, as per the constitutional provisions, if
What,
the
what
yes,
article?
Article 32 and Article 226. Yes, sir. Sir, if a fundamental rights of a citizen is obstructed, it's not fulfilled, then they can directly approach to the Honorable Supreme Court under Article 32 and to the High Court under Article 226. But there is a small difference in this context. The power of the High Court seems to be larger as comparison to the power of Supreme Court, because sir, it is in case of Supreme Court it is only fundamental rights, but apart from that, if any some other rights are also being violated indirectly, they can be approached to the High Court. Seems like the domain of High Court is little broader, and for examples, there are some habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto, certiorari, prohibition. These are the 5 writs that has been provided under our constitutional provisions.
We have, apart from Indian Ocean, even Indian Ocean side, we have problems. As well as we have problems, friendly relations with our neighbors, as well as conflicts. So, what are the conflicts with Bangladesh?
Sir, Bangladesh shares the maximum border porous border with India. That is the very root cause of all the problems. The first problem is migrants and infusion of refugees, Bangladeshi refugees. Their economy is obviously very smaller comparison to India. So it is natural that people will try to survive themselves, and if a porous border is there and there is a common culture and language between both countries, it is natural they will travel for their sake of livelihood. So the first problem is the refugee issue. They are coming here and it is indirectly or directly impacting the resource management of the locality, especially West Bengal and coastal districts of Odisha. Apart from that, sir, I believe the Bangladeshi people also like some illegal people also being sent illegally. Like
That is, you have been telling this, that the people due to porous border,
yes,
people from
yes,
from Bangladesh
yes,
side, they are coming.
yes, sir.
It's natural, and the government is also controlling. There are now it is reduced
Yes.
drastically.
Yes, sir.
It's not that 80s or early 90s.
Yes, sir.
But what is the conflict issue that Bangladesh wants to pressurize India?
Yes, sir, I believe drug abuse is also one of the major issues. That illegally drugs.
Drug abuse is also there with Nepal and Pakistan, everywhere. But the core issue on which the conflict is not today, since inception of Bangladesh.
I'm not able to answer it exactly, sir. May I have some guess?
Yes.
Sir, I believe the border dispute is that the issue, sir. The voting rights issue.
No, border issue is not that big thing.
I beg your pardon, sir. I am not able to recall right now. I will read
That
about it.
sharing of water. That the river Ganga,
Yes, sir.
as well as the river
Brahmaputra,
both have entered into
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. The name of the river also changed
Yes, sir.
after it has entered into Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
And due to Faraka phase, okay, there is India is insufficient of water because we have dry rivers, we have wet rivers, perennial rivers. So India is not able to manage the excess water or surface water.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, during excess water, India is releasing too much water.
Yes, sir.
So Bangladesh is facing problem. When there is dry season, India is squeezing the water release. So again Bangladesh is in problem. So Bangladesh wants to clear it.
Okay, sir.
That whatever the condition it is, we must get this much of water.
Okay, sir.
That is the actual conflict since its inception.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for enlightening me. Thank you, sir.
And what is Quad?
Yes, sir. It is a multinational forum of 4 countries supposed to be like-minded. It includes Japan, India, US as well as Australia. So they have some vested interest in the Indo-Pacific region, and they have that grouping of come together and help out each other in terms of economy, in terms of trade, in terms of climatic actions, and sir, other aspects such as sharing of other resources at the time of like pandemic kind of situations. So basically sir, it is formulated for countering the Chinese policy, Chinese aggressive policy. So sir, US is the core partner of India in this Quad, and sir, it's supposed to bring peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region.
Okay, Alpha, this is your first time interview?
Ma'am, it is my first time interview.
Before also you appeared in UPSC?
Ma'am, I have appeared, but this is my first interview.
How many times you have appeared, Alpha?
This is my third attempt.
Third attempt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I was in the job, ma'am, actually. So by that time I have gave 2 attempts. I felt like I am not justifying neither to the job nor to the preparation.
This time you have quit the job?
Yes, ma'am. I have quitted in 2019 and gave wholehearted preparation. I gave my heart and soul to the preparation.
Then you must be doing better in your optionals.
Yes, ma'am. I believe
When
that.
is your date of interview,
Ma'am, it's scheduled on 27th of September.
27th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
There's still time.
Yes, sir, I have
Alpha,
time.
you are a very good candidate for UPSC, but have a little mark. When you told that India government has adopted one district and one product, okay, for Kendrapada you told dairy related products. It's only milk.
Milk.
It's only milk, not dairy related products. One food, na, you have to told milk.
Okay, ma'am.
As for Ganjam, it's what? For Cuttack, it's what? For your neighboring district, Jajpur, what it is?
Ma'am, I am not able to recall, sir. I beg your pardon.
Okay. For Kendrapada, it's milk only. You have to tell on milk, right? And when question was asked from both Daitabada and Adaitabada, please make the answer very concrete. Okay, there is a very core difference, because you were just what you rounded up the answers within the core of the things. Like Daitabada believes in the duality.
Yes.
As you told it, Jiva and Brahma, duality.
Duality.
But Advaita believes only one God. There is one in all. That God manifests amongst all. There is only oneness.
Yes, ma'am.
Advaita means oneness, and Advaita means duality. Duality means they believe Jiva is something different from the Brahma. Advaita means one God that is manifest in everything. So that is the core difference, okay.
Yes,
And another thing, when you are going for the read, so that read also, whenever the member will ask the question, be specific, be also to the point, okay.
ma'am.
That will bring the good impression from the board members.
Sure.
And
Types of reads and an article and what it protects. First you try to say articles, then you try to compare High Court and jurisdiction of High Court and Supreme Court, then you are telling.
Sure, sir.
It is just reverse.
Okay, sir.
And regarding your hobby, singing.
Yes, ma'am.
So who is singer you like most?
Ma'am, in Bollywood I like Kumar Sanu sir, and in male and in female Alka Yagnik ma'am. Both belong to the 90s era. In Odia ma'am, I like Chirosabuja Akshay Mahanti sir, and in Odia female I
If the
like.
board member will ask, please just sing one para.
Definitely,
Would
ma'am.
you able to then please?
I can sing, but not Akshay Mahanti sir. I
Yes,
don't
1,
have
2 lines.
Akshay Mahanti sir song.
Yes.
I'm forgetting the lyrics actually and the song name actually. I listen many songs. Let me just a minute, ma'am.
So please have a
So-
look what it is, okay?
It should be spontaneous.
Spontaneous, yes.
Then your hobby means it should be spontaneous. Now you are forgetting.
But you
No,
were
sir.
like-
I am remembering, but which song I should sing?
You should
Anything,
be ready.
anything.
Ready.
May I sing?
One line,
One.
please.
নিশি বিজনে ভাবে মনে মু কাহিকি জিছি কালাগি জিছি এ জীবনে মো জীবনে নিশি বিজনে.
Good Alpha.
Thank you.
Ajit
Thank
is
you.
hobby, you know, and Akshay Mahanti. Whenever you are talking of the Akshay Mahanti, also have little look in the biography of Akshay Mahanti.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
His popular songs. Okay.
Sure ma'am, sure.
What is your date of interview?
27th
27th
September ma'am.
September. Okay. Then wish all the best for you.
Thank you ma'am,
All
thank you
best
sir,
wishes.
thank you sir. It's pleasure meeting you ma'am. Pleasure meeting you sir. It's the first time interview. I am hopeful.
Yes, definitely.
you will get it.
Definitely you will do it.
You will get it.
Thank you. Thank you.